Petri dish, the Petri dish, the Petri dish. This is the Petri dish, the Petri dish, the Petri dish. This is the Petri dish. There's something growing in here, and the thing that's growing is some kind of brain deficiency. I don't know how any of my electronics work. I don't even know if this is technically working. It probably is. I'm just paranoid now. I clicked so many buttons. I spent like 5 minutes clicking buttons. And now I don't know if it's working.
Just sitting here trying to figure out life and sound.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna try to live solve this as I record and see, because it sounds like a Phil Collins song. We just have like
just a slight echo,
the slightest echo in our headphones, and so I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Is what I'm saying. Check regular monitors. No, I think I just turned down the studio input now.
I mean, I think you're sounding a lot better.
I think
I sound a lot better.
But I have to turn that on so that people can hear us, I think. Unless it's not. In which case, I don't know.
Well, tell me about these monitors over here.
What?
Tell me about these monitors over here while you're checking that.
Oh, yeah, the fucking computer monitors?
Yeah.
So, like, at work, I have two. Hold on. Well, I gotta
multitask.
Yeah, I can't multitask. That's what the Adderall does. It makes it so I can focus on one task at a time.
Ah, yes. It takes away the superpowers.
Yeah. The superpowers are all gone forever. All right.
I love it when I'm doing 6 things at once at work and someone starts talking to me. Yes? How can I help you? Uh-huh. Would you like onions on that? I'm sorry, did you want ketchup? Pour drink. Talk to other person.
I can't do it.
Oh, yeah? What time did you start? And is that going to be ever in your car?
I gotta, be on autopilot, and that's not...
And that's not even, even thinking about taking their money, too.
I would not be able to count money in that situation. Like, if I was also having to count money right now, I'd be dead. My brain would just turn off and be like, your body doesn't need to work anymore. It would just be gone.
It's a lot harder now, but, when I was doing it and I was used to doing it all the time, it was definitely a lot easier, but not so much anymore.
I'm pretty sure I did everything right over here.
I sound different.
Yeah, I turned off the echo.
Oh, I guess I kind of liked the echo.
Did it make you feel more lively?
Maybe.
I think what I did is I have it on a monitor in my it's monitoring us, what we're saying in the software, and I had that on and fed back into the mixer in front of me. So the effects and compression that I have on our vocals in there sound way better than the raw sound, which is what we're getting now.
Interesting.
And so them together created a very nice effect of you get the live, regular sounding vocals in whatever volume they are, and then you get the really nicely compressed and put together sound where you can hear all the little background shit going on in the house, which is...
That was weird.
Yeah.
It sounded like people in the front room were right here with us in the kitchen.
It's the best.
It was so weird.
So yeah, this is the quick rundown of how audio things work. And that's why they're always confusing to me, because I never remember. You can physically see, a bunch of cables go in directions, and you just gotta remember. And then also track their digital signal, too. And then how that digital signal processes. And it's a fucking nightmare. And that's why nobody pays me the big bucks to figure all this out. Yeah, all right, cool. Nobody. Well, except for 3 lovely patrons on Patreon.
Lucky! Yay!
It's mostly just
guys.
It's mostly just Brian. So
thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Brian. I guess Jim is still also contributing, even though I have just been siphoning money from him without giving him any content for months. So Jim, if you hear this, sorry. I owe you things on Patreon, I think. I don't remember when I changed what things. I'll figure it out somehow.
I didn't even know you had a Patreon.
I set it up 3 years ago, and then...
That's pretty cool.
I didn't like nothing really happened with it, so I never really I never got enough of a boost in funding to offset just how much it costs to the podcast already. So I'm like, well, now there's no incentive for me to improve it. But there is enough people in the world that like to see it exist enough to like keep paying me like $3 a month to keep it hosted and going. But like, I tried the live streaming thing. It didn't help, and it made things more difficult. So I just quit immediately. And then there's like
the one live stream that you had. I had a really nice setup on this table.
Yeah,
It was
it's
looking
still
real good.
kind of here. We still have some of the Thanksgiving vibe.
Well,
Now we have Christmas flowers.
I'm like, no, those are Thanksgiving flowers.
Really? I have no idea what the difference
Those
is.
are Thanksgiving / Halloween. But what I was going to say is I really need to step up my game because this is old.
Yeah.
I fell behind.
This is several
We need to
holidays
be putting all
behind.
the Valentine's Day stuff out.
You completely missed having the menorah for Hanukkah, so...
What?
Well, you see, the menorah is
I know what it is. But I didn't have one of those. I don't have one of those. We can get one for next year, but I didn't have one.
Well, we have 2 Christmas trees. We got to get rid of one if we're also going to have a menorah for Hanukkah.
I'm not getting rid of the Christmas trees. That's my favorite thing about Christmas now.
Well, no,
Multiple trees.
Just one regular tree and then significantly smaller trees. Yes.
Oh, you're speaking as in multiple trees. I heard 3 at least in that statement you just said.
I'm just saying, if there's going to be additional trees,
trees,
we can have one big one and not the
trees.
second one that's barely any smaller. Again, we need just small trees after the one big one. We cannot have like one big tree and then like a 2/3 model of the big tree, which is still too big and could be a tree by itself. It's like when people build models of things. Like, I understand when it's like 1/16 size, like tiny as shit, and they're making a little model. But when it's like quarter size, I'm like, of a car? Like that's too many things. I don't actually know if there's quarter size of cars, but I do know that they had like salesman samples of things, so they would be like, yeah, like a eighth or a quarter of the size, and so you could just like bring this table model in. I watch way too much Antiques Roadshow.
Oh, baby.
So you wanted me to talk about? Oh yeah,
we went from so much stuff, but let me finish this whole table situation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Should I put out my Bloody Valentine bouquet? It's got like little hearts in it. And it's blood spatter white flowers.
Yes.
Or I can make a new one and we can do like a actual Thanksgiving theme.
We don't need new things. You can just whatever you got going. I vote for that.
Right on.
Which tangent did we want to pick up? I've left out several. Oh yes,
these bad boys.
The computer monitors I bought. So at work I have a setup of 2 monitors, and now I'm real used to that. And I brought all of that here home and was using it for most of last year. And then like October or November, I was like, well, it looks like things are starting to ease up, and maybe I'll go into work a couple times a week, just have like some regular schedule. So I brought all my stuff back there, set it back up again, and I've just been like working on my laptop.
Yeah.
But then my work got significantly harder.
Yeah.
And things started really piling up. And then, like, not that I got worse at my job or couldn't do it. I did get worse. It just got harder to do because I only had one thing. And if I'm trying to, like, copy the exact look of something, it's hard to do. So I would just, like, split screen it and squint and have bad posture. But now, knowing that COVID's only going to get worse with multiple different strains, I figured I would just, like... Get my own setup so that I can also use it for personal use, because if I plug the shit from work into my personal stuff, they have like bugs in that shit to like be like, that's unapproved, whatever this is. So you're going to get put in prison in Guantanamo Bay for forever. I don't know. I'm not white, so when I commit federal crimes, they like just shove me in a chest in the ocean.
But like, Why'd you get 2? Because you have 1.
I want them to match because that one won't be it won't be the same
I
height.
want them to match because I am fancy.
Like 2 different heights and different
Nerd.
aspect ratios and coloring.
You're so
like
cute.
I don't want to stare. It's like I don't want to stare at something that looks like a low rent like Chinese TV that my mom wanted at a casino.
Yeah.
And then one that looks like a regular computer.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of them is going to ruin my eyes, and then going back and forth between
That makes
them
sense.
is terrible.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and I don't think I can control the redness of that one.
Plus, you can get a tax refund on this, right?
If I use it for work, yeah.
Yeah, well, you will be using it for work.
Actually, I don't think work provides tax
write-offs
things because they are a government entity, technically, or at least a tax-shielded one since they work with the military.
I see.
In fact, I'm probably not even allowed to plug those monitors into my work laptop, but like...
I mean, I feel like that's really dumb.
Yeah, it is, and I break frequent rules. Unless anyone is listening, in which case
that
this
never
is satire.
happens.
This is all comedy, so anything I say, even if the joke doesn't land and makes no sense in or out of context, it is a joke, and I cannot be held liable for it in court. So you're welcome.
Yeah, funny stuff.
If you guys want to be the entity that tries to take down the First Amendment, boy, there's a lot of really annoying comics who would come to my defense. Ugh. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I got a dual monitor setup now that I still need to set up, but it'll happen.
When'd you get them?
They just came in today.
I was like, I don't think I've ever seen these before.
Yeah, like they just came in today. I bought them like yesterday, assuming they would... or not yesterday. Tuesday? No. Today
Earlier
is
this
Wednesday. Earlier this week. Maybe Sunday. I don't remember. I was working on Sunday, so this whole thing is like...
Yeah. Welcome
shifting.
to my life.
So like... I'm like, I got it at some point...
this week.
Yeah, and it came in way faster than I thought. They said, like, it'll be there February 1st. I was like, okay. Like, I accept that. I didn't order it from Amazon, so I was like, I accept that it's going to take a while. And there it was, immediately. So that was dank. I'm trying to do more songs and stuff.
Yeah, you said you were working on a few things today throughout the day.
Like, now that I have my work stuff next to my stuff for, like, doing music... I'm more likely to be like, oh, okay, I do kind of want to do some music since I'm staring right at all the guitars and standing in the area.
And then that way you're, like, not distracted to go play games or watch YouTube.
I mean, I played so many video games at the end of last year that I'm just bored with the idea of video games now.
Yeah.
I just can't get into them. And if I do, I'm like, I'll play it for 20 minutes, and I'm like, nah, I'll do something else. But yeah, so I started doing more music things, and that's been good. It's mostly so far just been like generic sounding instrumental things just to kind of get my knowledge of the software that I have down better with this hardware, and just kind of practicing moving my fingers again, because playing shit is hard.
Yeah. Especially
when you quit for like 6 months and don't touch anything, and then your hand just cramps after playing one F chord. Ugh. Yeah, so I'm definitely not going to be playing for 4 hours on any street corners like I did when I was in college, but I can still kind of write songs.
Well, I'm glad that you're putting your Thursdays back to music.
Yeah, and so hopefully...
you need that.
Hopefully I'll have things for Sad Giants out eventually, but at this point, like...
we, the fans, demand more music.
Yeah, I guess.
I need it.
You need it?
I need it.
Yeah, but none of the new songs are good.
I like that one that we listened to in the practice space.
Oh yeah, that's probably the most fleshed out.
What was I calling? Wishika? Wisha?
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I played that one live back in October during my show at the library that I put together because we had to fill 2 hours, and we didn't want to try to bring an opening band with us. So we played like 4 or 5 songs, and then I just stood up there acoustically and played for a little while. I did like 30 minutes by myself, and I was just like storytelling and real into it. But it was like the best. It was like the best show because I was really like feeling it. Like
Yeah.
coworkers came, so I had support from like one different area,
Yeah.
and then like I think that was the first show Lauren was able to actually come out to there too, and so
Shout out
like
to
she
Lauren.
was there, and so yeah, that was great to just have so much support, and so I was like, fuck it, I'll play this new one since the other guys don't know it, and so I did it.
PA.
And it was a positive reception because.
PA, pre-Alisha.
Yeah, but that was only 2 months pre.
Yeah.
So this close.
So close.
So close. Yeah. Yeah, that was 2 years ago. Not 2 years ago, but
Yeah.
that was 2019.
Yeah.
But that shit happened. It's like 2020 didn't even happen because I'm not
It's
like,
so
I did that
crazy.
thing. No, I didn't do shit. I mean, I did some comedy shows and that one band show. I don't consider the first 3 months of 2020 to be part of 2020.
It was like it started and then we don't know what happened
Yeah.
to the rest of the year.
It was just like it just got cut off right at the beginning of March, and it's like, all right, and then the rest of 2020 happened, and pre-2020, post-2019 happened.
Someone at work was telling me that their birthday was like early mid-April, so it was like right after the pandemic started, and I was like, oh yeah, my birthday's in March, and they're like, oh, so yeah, your birthday didn't happen either because you were quarantined. And I laughed and I was like, actually it was right before the pandemic.
March 1st, right on
A
top
whole
of March.
week and a half before everything shut down, I got to have a birthday.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was a lot of fun. Dirty Nerdy 30. Highly recommend anyone turning 30 to do it nerd themed. It is fun.
I'm just gonna walk in the forest, and if I don't come back out, I wasn't worthy. That's my plan. It's gonna be the best.
I totally just blanked on this rave. It's in the forest. It's super epic.
There's a forest rave.
Uh-huh.
Jimbalooshi. That sounds like if Jimbalooshi wasn't a person, that could 100% be a festival.
This is going to drive me nuts.
It's like, oh yeah, people went to Coachella and Lollapalooza and Jimbalooshi. The 3 festivals. It works. I'm going to name a festival Jimbalooshi.
Right on.
And then I'll have like a sister festival to it, except it's a brother festival because it'll be John Belushi.
I was going to say
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah, people.
Joe Belushi.
People go to EDC and Riot Fest and Jim Belushi. It's good.
Electric
totally.
Forest. That's what it was.
That's you literally almost described the name of it like
I was so close and it was really killing me that I could not remember
It's just
Electric
called Electric
Forest.
Forest?
Yeah. I was like, it's that rave thing. The thing.
it's just that like that electronic dance festival, but it's like in the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an electric forest festival, whatever that would be called.
Sorry, I didn't mean to hit the table.
Calling it Jim Belushi. And it's gonna be all one word, Jim Belushi. 100, like it's gonna be like jambalaya, Jim Belushi.
Yeah.
I'm putting it all together, and that's gonna be the festival. It's gonna be an EDM comedy festival. So DJs
That
are
kind
gonna
of sounds
go
like
up.
fun.
The DJs are gonna try to make fun drops and then put a beat to comedians doing their jokes. The comedians cannot hear the DJ.
Shit.
That would be a real challenge for the DJ to try
Yeah.
to match the cadence of somebody just talking. It could work real well though. It could work. It could totally work. So guys, come on out to Jim Belushi. We're gonna have fucking Skrillex and Dane Cook. They're both gonna do. Skrillex is gonna have to put noise
Skrillex.
over Dane Cook.
What are you saying?
I don't know.
What did you say?
Skrillex.
Skrillex.
Brillo pads. What was that emo band he was in? He was like in a post-hardcore screamo band.
No idea.
Fuck. I feel like if they would have been playing it at Warped Tour at the times that you went.
Yeah. Probably. I know the band you're talking about. I just
Don't
give
remember.
me a couple minutes. Let's talk about it. It's gonna be like
It's
Electric
gonna be-
Forest
it's gonna
all
be
over
Electric
again.
Forest. Oh yeah, their name was Emo Death. Are you kidding me? No, it's not that easy. It's gonna be like those names that they all had, like eat the shoes, fuck the propellers. You know, like something to something. He was probably in, Carve the Dead Actress, Panic, Blood, Valentine, Bullets. Angry Dance, Bears, Alaska.
Yeah, keep saying words. You're so good at the words.
John F. Kennedy's Ghost. But with 5 question marks at the beginning and end. They were from Mexico. Yes, right? Those are all... You saw all those bands, right?
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad.
Saw them all. Multiple times. Over and over. Many years.
Good. Yep.
Yeah.
My psychiatrist called today
Oh,
because
yeah?
I forgot we had an appointment, so they had to call me. So I hadn't taken my Adderall yet because I was just going to do a little 5-1 for the day to like just keep my brain from completely relapsing.
Yeah.
And they had called me and said, "Hey, are you ready for your appointment in an hour? You'll just check into the app like last time and it'll start up a Zoom thing." I was like, "Yeah, thanks for the reminder." Hour goes by, they call me again and they're like, Are you trying?" And I was like, "Oh, fuck." This completely left my brain. So, like,
Baby.
I wasn't even in the space to, like, talk to a mental health professional, which is kind of perfect. Just be, like, ambushed by an appointment.
Yeah.
So I was not doing good.
Baby.
I was, like, leaning on my table with work staring me in the face, like, "Hey, doc. Can't even pretend to be doing okay right now." And then she was of course like, "Tell me about it." And I was like, "Perfect. You know I'm gonna." So I was just like telling her everything. And so like this time she was like, "All right, cool. We'll keep the this dose of medication good." And she was like, "Do you want to try like an antidepressant again?" And I was like, "Yeah, fuck it. Let's try it." So they're gonna put me on I tried Lexapro before, and this one is like the sister one to that. I think it's like Zoloft, something like that. So they're gonna like try that one since I was allergic to the Wellbutrin, but that one was the one that I felt the best on. They're just fucking trying in that department now. So yeah, I think I gotta go pick up those pills tomorrow. And
Did you
just
like
see.
being on it last time?
No.
Oh. Why?
I just don't like the feeling of regulation, you know. I spend so much time in the manic highs and then the depressive lows that I'm just like,
Used to the waves.
this is how I function. And so when I'm just regulated and doing things, I'm like, "Oh, wow, I'm too busy," you know? And then I'm like, "Well, okay, yeah, this is not a thing that I should be doing." And then I just like stop doing things because it's too much. It's too much that I'm always doing, but I'm like scattered around enough, and then I just don't feel things that I'm like, I can abandon this for 2 to 6 months, and then I'll go back to this thing that I want to do, and so I can jump like that. But when I'm a regulated normal person, I have to like try when I create things, which is great. That's how Sad Giants started. You know, was like I didn't actually start learning how to write correctly or make good songs until I was a regulated person putting effort into knowing I'm creative and then using the tools that I learned from like writing and college and working through things and reading, that I was like, okay, here's how I fit the regular creative processes to what I know how to do. But then there was never a point where I was like, "Oh, I have a song idea," and then I write it down real quick. I had to actively sit down and go, "Okay, here's the lyrics. These suck, so I'll put these words here." And then I didn't feel anything about those songs. And that's like, it was only a fluke that those songs ended up turning into better songs down the line, you know, like that was good. That like Love Songs turned out good, and Until It's My Time turned out good. Car Ballet turned out way better than it ever should have, and those were all songs that I wrote, you know, like trying to learn how I am as like a normal person and still kind of experiencing the ghosts of the feelings that I had before of, you know, like mania and depression, and kind of trying to react to them, but in a more leveled way. And so, like, without that regulation, my songs aren't as raw and, you know, like, full of whatever things fuel them. But at the same time, having experienced it and knowing that, like, I'm smart enough to be able to go back in my head for it later, it's probably healthier to be regulated again. And sure, maybe I might not like manically streaming Among Us for 2 months and then quitting and never doing anything with it ever again, or starting a Patreon for a couple people to get like $9, you know, like I'm not going to have as much bullshit like that to feel about for a while, but I'll be better off, I guess, figuring it out. And, you know, it's probably good to try to fix the processes in quarantine now so that, like, I don't go totally off the rails once, like, all the bumpers are taken off the bowling alley. You know? So we'll see. I almost forgot about that. And then I remembered, I was like, oh, fuck, I have to go to CVS at some point. And I'm definitely going to look for the cheddar popcorn again.
I look every time I go.
They haven't had it for so long.
For so long. I'm so upset. I'm about to complain.
It's like,
excuse me.
And who the fuck likes the unicorn one?
That's disgusting.
It's so, like, sour for no reason.
Yeah. So, just so you guys know what we're talking about these, like, cone popcorn things.
Popcornopolis brand.
Yeah, they're freaking amazing. Their zebra one's hecka good. It's like hecka good. It's like a white chocolate and a milk chocolate on popcorn, so it's like sweet but also salty, and it's so good. And then they have this freaking cheddar one that freaking blows our minds.
The cheddar one, like, I already love plenty of other cheese popcorn flavors. Like,
because it's the best. It's cheesy.
It's great, but
Cheese
these guys seem like they actively tried to just make popcorn be exactly like cheese. Like,
it's so good. It's so powdery.
They use like a bunch of buttermilk powder, so it really has like that tang and that lacticness. And they have all the cheddar and like Parmesan in there, and it just fucking hits.
Yeah.
There's no loser bite. Like, you know when you're eating those tubs and you're like, well, this one kind of sucks, but I'll just have more of it. And like, there's no bad bites. I
forgot who we got the popcorn from, so no hate on them, but like, it's just not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same.
I think it was one of the Smart Foods, smaller, like, branded ones. And then there was another, the tin one. I think my mom got us the tin one or something. I don't know. It was.
It's not the same.
The tin's not the same. Like,
we're addicted.
back when snacking on whatever was exciting, like when I was a child, those popcorns were the shit.
Yeah.
But now I have known true popcorn flavor.
Yeah.
I cannot go back to eating the stale cardboard that is who knows how long they're in those tins for.
Yeah.
They always look the same.
Exactly.
So, like, it's gonna be gross. Popcornopolis does not give you 7-year-old popcorn.
Yeah. Lately, the only time I seen them, and I went looking for Christmas, okay? I was searching for those stupid little things for you.
Oh.
I went to several gas stations looking for them because for the majority of the time that we got them, they were all at gas stations. So I looked at all the gas stations. Nobody had them. And then I went to Target. They didn't have them. I went to the grocery store, CVS, they didn't have them. I was freaking out. And then my last stop before coming home, I went to, gas station somewhere.
Yeah.
And they had this little tiny 4-pack, and it had like a little tiny baby one, like, I don't know, what is that, 6 inches?
Oh man, that's like one mouthful of popcorn.
Literally, it would be a mouthful for you. Not even. You'd be like, oh, I wish I had more.
One of these days, we're going to have to like measure my mouth volume. I swear, like, I can fit so many
Big
things
Mac.
in there. I can fit an entire Big Mac in there. It's unsettling. And also, like, we need to talk about just eating habits in general, but specifically mine. We've been trying to get healthier. We've been eating I haven't bought
Counting
bread
calories.
or made it. Yeah, we've been counting the calories with my fitness pal. We've been cutting down on the refined carbs and eating, focusing on meat and vegetable.
It's the fucking worst.
But it just
Fucking cauliflower rice.
it's just like I already talked earlier about, like, I got fat in 2020 because I spent way too much on Uber Eats. But at the same time, there's also I watch culinary YouTube channels of, like, people doing, like, professional eating things. There's a guy, I'm pretty sure it's Matt Stoney, like one of the most famous like eaters on YouTube. He was doing this, like, challenge for, like, Raising Cane's. It was like, eat the whole menu, but there's only like 4 or 5 main menu
So they're
items.
like Keith?
But they were doing
From
it all,
Try
like,
Guys?
all at once. Like, eat everything, the entire thing, all at once.
Oh.
Not just take a bite and try it. They're eating the entire
Oh,
thing. Yeah.
I see. He only takes bites.
He takes a bite to try it and talk about it. Yeah, and so, like, this guy was eating the entire menu. Like, so it was just, like, 15 to 20 chicken
And you're
strips
sitting
or
there
whatever.
like, this guy's getting paid. I could easily do that.
Well, yeah, I looked at that and I was like, that's a challenge? The only part
That's a Tuesday.
the only part that's a challenge was he had to drink like 7 sodas. That's the part afterwards that sucks, is having to chug a bunch of sodas for the time limit. But, like, the amount of chicken and fries was akin to an amount that I might just order if I'm really high on, like, a Saturday. You know, like, I'm like, I got a day to recover from this. Let's clog these arteries. Like, I have eaten so much Panda Express in one sitting, I felt my heart get slower.
Oh.
Well,
not good.
technically it got faster because it started beating a bunch. But, like, you just feel that kick in your heart. You're like, oh, something just adjusted to make room for another thing. It's like when I barge through sliding doors that don't go all the way fast enough, I can just knock into them. That's what something did to my heart valves. Just a big fat chunk,
Baby.
was like, excuse me, heart valves, and I was like,
Baby.
like. So I'm not saying that I want to be a professional eater or go back to eating like that. But I know that spirit is in me, and the fact that other people, like,
Get
can
paid
make
to
a
do it?
career out of it, I'm like, you'd have no idea how much Buffalo Wild Wings I can shove in this craw. It's so much. And other people are professionals at it.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Don't think of... Well, technically, wings aren't as unhealthy as, as long as they don't bread them a bunch, which Buffalo Wild Wings doesn't. So, like, still low carb.
I still have hella calories left today.
We're not going to do
I'm
Buffalo
literally
Wild Wings today.
fucking starving though. Anyways, let's not talk about food anymore. Let's move on.
It's just
What
that's
else
all
were we
I think
talking
about. But that's the thing, is that's what I was even doing a little bit about it yesterday on stage. I completely forgot what the bit is. I don't remember what I was talking about at all. But I had some good new material about food that I'll probably get back to
It was
in
really
the
funny.
future.
I even talked about it at work today. I was like, Bobby said this really funny joke yesterday, and I talked about it.
It sucks. I'm getting too
Electric
good.
Forest.
I'm getting too good at the host thing where I just, like,
Go up
in
there and
between
do your
comedy,
shit.
I'm just going off the cuff and
Say
like,
some funny
this
shit.
person talked about this thing. Let me tell a story or talk about it. And then I just start talking and I'm like, fuck. The last minute and a half was funny, and I'm not recording it.
I was like, do we need to start recording you? Cliff, I know you're listening.
Yeah. The thing is, like,
Back
if it's
to
in
recording.
video, I'm not going to parse it. Like, if I have to dig and edit through other people's things, like, I'm not going to remember it.
Oh, you
So,
want me to
like,
just do it on my phone?
No, because I'm supposed to do it on my phone, so it's all in
You want
one
me to do it on
place.
your phone?
I can't be hiring you as a secretary to organize my comedy bits. Like, it's
That's
just a
not-
slippery slope.
That's not it. I'm just helping. I'm your
Yeah.
partner in crime.
There's far too many crimes I need to commit. One of us has to be out to handle all the financials, and if I'm in jail, it's going to have to be you.
Shit.
We can't be partners in crime. We have to be very smart,
I'll still start
separate
recording
people.
you when you stand up to go do your thing. I'm just going to start doing it.
You and your crimes.
Yep. I'm evil.
But yeah,
I was going to say, oh, go on.
I think I remember some part of the joke being about dry-aged Wagyu beef, like Wagyu steak, and how that's, like, if you just use regular people language, it's just old beef.
I don't remember that part.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, that's the only part I remember.
I
There's other things. We'll find it.
was going to say, during that little bit, Butters came up to me and he put his paw on me and it scared the shit out of me. I was like, what the fuck is touching me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cat. Evil.
Yeah, these animals. Like, luckily, these ones are small and, like, don't hurt too much when they just start fucking clawing at you.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, so you know the podcast setup here.
Mm-hmm.
It's just regular dining room table.
Mm-hmm.
My old dog, Nikki, loved just shoving her face in people's crotches.
Oh, yeah.
And so she would sneak in here, hang out under the table for an indeterminate amount of time,
And
and
then
then randomly just nose you right in the crotch. So many people are like on podcasts being like, yeah, and someone, hey! You know?
Yeah.
It's because she would just fucking get in there, and she was a big fucking dog.
Yeah.
Like, giant head. So she was a master at just fucking up people's day.
Yeah. I mean, our animals aren't, as big as Nikki, but Butters is really big for a cat.
Yeah, he is.
And I think that I got him neutered a little too soon. And so he could possibly have gotten bigger.
Mm-hmm. I thought you were going to say had him neutered a little too much. Like they just snipped off a little extra. And I was going to be like, that can't happen. What?
No. I didn't have any part of that process. I just brought him to the place and they did it.
Just took a little extra off the top.
It's funny. Mm-hmm. But I was afraid that he would start spraying things, especially because there's another animal in the home, So as soon as I saw those little bad boys drop, I was like, appointment, let's go, getting them gone. You're never even gonna know.
Yep. It's just don't even let him have memories.
Yep.
Just let it.
Yep.
No, but now he just seems extra pissed off. That's why he's evil.
He's evil because he's cat.
Just like those.
He's evil because he takes after me.
That explains it.
Yeah.
Plenty of serial killers were Pisces.
Uh-huh. We're charming. Brings people in. And then,
I don't fall for that shit. I know you're evil.
Nuh-uh.
Prove it. Well, what else did I do today? Not much. I'm dying. Not much.
Did you check on the chickies today?
Yeah, they started hanging out underneath the entire thing now.
Because it's blocked on that one side, maybe?
No, they were hanging out in the very corner.
The open part?
Yeah.
That we didn't even...
Not even covered. That's the chickens.
They stress me out.
Yeah. Why do you think they only cost $2 to buy and you have to take 4 of them? Because they're like, get these the fuck away from me. They are not... That's they're not meant to be pets. They are too dumb for that. They're dumber than fish. And fish will nose the end of a bowl until they die. Chickens are dumber than that.
I've legit had fish jump out of tanks several times before dying.
These fucking chickens.
Yeah, fucking chickens.
But yeah, they're fine.
Yeah, we added some extra wood to the sides so that when it snowed, they would have more room to go without getting snowed on. Did you see if that worked at all?
No.
Oh.
Not really.
Not at all.
Snow just kind of
Snows.
swirls around. Yeah, it gets in there.
Yeah. Bummer.
And then they just didn't hang out in the non-snowy parts.
Yeah. Stupid.
Yeah, that's the chickens for you. They're fucking... I don't know what to do with those guys. If I move the coop, are they gonna like it? I don't know. I don't really actually care what they like. If I did, they would still be just in a square where that they liked roaming around in. Mm-hmm. That is not economical. They take up too much space.
I mean, I like having them. I wish I had them earlier. Because I wish that they liked me, They get excited when I come out, but I want to hold them.
They just don't like that in general.
Yeah.
You can still scoop them up and hold them,
Yeah.
Eventually, they're just down for it because they don't know.
Yeah. But yeah. I don't mind them. I like them. I like having an endless supply of eggs. That's really cool.
It sucks, though, when they slow down because then I'm like, fuck, now I want eggs.
Yeah.
They're all gone. And I refuse to buy more eggs.
Yeah. Because we have eggs.
Yeah, like, what's the point? There'll be like 3 or 4 more in a couple days.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just gotta go empty out those eggs tomorrow because now I'm like, I kind of want some eggs now.
We're out already?
Yeah, we're out.
Dang. That was fast.
Yeah, I gave Courtney some.
Oh.
Yeah, so she got the last fresh pack, and then I ate the rest. I had to break a couple because I tried to clean them, and then they just squished in my hands.
Oh,
Like,
poor giant man hands.
Because I have big, strong, giant hands.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't think I have anything else going on. Those are pretty much all the things, and they all happened today. Sorry the podcast was late, everybody, but it was because...
Work.
Yeah, I was working, and then I just kind of didn't want to.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm here, saying hi. This is what's happening. Not much. But I don't know. In 4 to 6 weeks, my brain might be more regulated. There might be some more things to look forward to as I try to figure out a plan between twitch.tv/Bobby Benedict, but then leading to the YouTube that is the Petri Dish, but the Petri Dish is only featuring me and then also some stand-up clips of me, but
the
also
Bobby
my
brand.
Twitch channel. Yeah, and then there's also my Spotify, but the Spotify has songs and comedy. But then the Spotify isn't the Spotify for my band, which is more popular and also it's way better than the regular brand. So we got to figure it out.
That hurts my head.
There's going to be, it hurts my head too, but I'm crazy enough to have like figured out enough of it until now. But now I'm like, oh, I just have 4 very inactive Instagrams when I could just have like 1 or 2. It's fucking dumb.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I have so many things in so many places. Maybe I need to just shove it under one, which is me.
Yeah, I mean, that makes the most sense.
Yeah, but if I did things that made sense, then I'd be like everyone else, just doing sensible things and not learning.
Trying to expand yourself all over the place and take over everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if I tried to not learn a thing, then I'd have to trust somebody, and that's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I refuse. Yeah, so eventually maybe I'll have that 3rd video that I was making of Too Fat for That for yoga that I just never edited together because there was 2 cameras now, and I can't edit 2 cameras. Just one. And that just really is just, I don't want to, I can't. I can set up those monitors so that will get set up and maybe then I'll want to.
Mm-hmm.
But first I gotta like do dishes and figure out dinner, and that's just a whole project. That might take weeks. Who knows? I'll get back to you.
Okay.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have anything to plug. Guys, come to Coffee and Comics on Tuesdays. There you go. If you're not a Reno local, keep listening to the podcast. Sorry, it sucks. I don't have much going on. I did my open mic the other day. It went real well only because I just kept the energy up and did the proper host thing. That's the realization. Not realization. I knew it. I just didn't want to believe it. I was like, maybe the open mic will go well even when I don't say anything funny and then just bum everyone out the whole time. And then everyone just kept going on stage going, fuck, I guess death is real. You know, like it's just like, oh yeah, I really just put everyone in that mood. So I need to like be jovial and then people will just be happy about it. So that's pretty dank.
It was really fun yesterday.
So go to Coffee and Comics on Tuesdays. Go listen to Sad Giants. Go play some video games yourself. You can figure it out. Maybe when I'm boring, I'll like video games again. That might actually help me focus on like that.
Maybe.
That could be nice to have like a little hobby that isn't monetized again.
You have so many hobbies.
No, they're called business ventures. Revenue streams.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Tax dodges.
I have hobbies.
Or you could have several failing small businesses.
Yeah.
I got that little note from the IRS again today while doing my taxes that says, like, hey, your business has operated at a loss for several years in a row. Maybe consider calling it a hobby this year. Fuck no. And I just kept on doing my taxes.
Oh my god.
Like, I refuse. You support my business. Hey, if shady promoters didn't fucking make me sign a fucking 1099 or whatever to get $20 from their club, maybe I wouldn't be a business. But if I have to file tax forms for income for my business of comedy, guess fucking what? I'm a business. A failing one because I spend too much on merch and podcast equipment. But guess what? This business is going to keep failing upwards until we hit the bottom.
Yeah.
And then the government has to pay us to exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
Government money.
Maybe
Get on
I'll-
a sketchy card.
Yeah, maybe I'll... Okay, we can talk about that for a second. If anybody got a debit card that looked like a scam that said it was like their...
Government eligible
It was just like...
COVID finance.
It was some
thing.
Yeah, it was some like relief fund
Yeah.
debit card. It's not a scam, apparently.
It's so weird.
It looks exactly like a scam. It shows up like... You've been pre-approved for this line of credit. And then you're like, I guess I better call them to see about this credit line I got pre-approved for.
I'm going to call them tomorrow, actually.
Yeah. But I would expect nothing less from the presidency of the guy that has his name plastered on solid gold buildings. You
That's
know,
true.
like there's only
So
tackiness.
weird. Just fucking send me a check.
They ran out of paper. So they had to send you a letter with plastic on it to tell you that.
Oh my god, that doesn't make any sense. None of it made sense.
Yeah, nothing has made sense for
Years.
a decade. Yeah, it's all just been...
Anyways, that card was
Farce.
super weird. Gonna figure that thing out tomorrow.
And you have to give them more than... You have to give them 6 digits of your social security number
Instead of the 4.
instead of the 4.
Oh.
So it's like even more, it feels like a scam because you're
Yeah.
like, well, then you only have 3 to guess. And that one's just the one that's based on like the year and region you were born. So
Yeah.
that's like Googleable.
I'm gonna cash that out.
Yep.
Not use anything from there.
Well, that's, yeah.
So
fun.
weird.
So don't trust the government unless it looks like they're sending you money, then Google it. There you go. Other than that, watch King of the Hill on Hulu. That's what I've been doing. Just watch the Diminished Glutes episode where he gets his orthotic butt pad. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was just the episode where Bobby takes women's self-defense classes at the YMCA and starts kicking everyone in the balls. God, what a little shit. So yeah, I don't know. Watch something that you like and then feel good about it. That's almost 50 minutes. I'm going to call that a real podcast.
Okay.
You get the last word. Tell the people what the good word is.
The good word is toodaloo boogaloo.